What's up, you beautiful fucking people? Welcome back to another episode of The Twisted Wanderer. I'm your host, Jack, and today we are talking all things spinal fusion because you know what? Hearing the words, hey, you're gonna need spinal fusion, isn't the fucking easiest thing to hear, especially depending on where you are in your life, what point you are in your life. So many things, so many factors go into this. So if you're anything like me and you were thinking, what the fuck? Absolutely fucking not. How am I going to do this? Stick around for this awesome, educated, fun-packed episode on spinal fusion scoliosis, where I share my tips and tricks and my journey with spinal fusion. All right. So you just got told you need spinal fusion. First tip of advice, my beautiful fucking people, is get multiple opinions. Go see multiple surgeons. Find your person who's going to have your back quite literally in their hands. Make sure that, you've exhausted all your options for, for not having spinal fusion surgery. In my opinion, and I don't know how anyone else feels about this, but for me, a spinal fusion was a last resort. Um, it wasn't something I wanted. I tried to do everything, um, to the best of my ability. But, I was a kid. I probably could have done better, but whatever. Long story short, I ended up with spinal fusion surgery, but I did see multiple surgeons over quite a bit of time before this decision was made, and it was not made lightly. So I just want to make sure that you all are out there just getting that support, asking those questions, and really finding a doctor and a surgeon that you really connect with, that you believe is going to fucking be your homie, because that's what they should be. And just, I don't know, they should fit you, your personality, and they should be a homie. So that's my first and most biggest advice, is to just really find a great surgeon that you trust. So yeah. Next, really what I want to talk about is pre-surgery. So you found out you need spinal fusion surgery. What the fuck is next? Besides, obviously, what I just talked about. But next, I want to talk about how you should really start to get in shape. So, what I mean by shape is to really just start working out. Whatever's going to get you moving, do that. Whether it be walks or um, jogs, whatever is best for you and your body and your curve type. And maybe you could speak to your doctor and come up with a pre-surgery workout plan. That way you're just feeling strong and ready for surgery day. What I did when I was starting out, I was younger. I would not do this now, but I was into CrossFit. I absolutely loved CrossFit at this time in my life, and I just stuck with my normal 2-3 times a week going to CrossFit. Modified things if I needed to modify them. So that was what I liked to do. And why that's important is just because spinal fusion surgery is going to put a toll on your body. You're going to go through a lot. And it's important to have a strong body before surgery so you can have a strong body after surgery. And I don't say that lightly, because the body that you go into surgery with is going to be completely different than the body that you wake up with after your surgery. But also, working out so hard prior to my surgery really made me, if I look back now, thinking about it out loud in the moment with you guys, if I think about it, it's so nice to have that time to look back on now, um and just see what I could do with that body and that part of my life. And um I no longer dread that body and wish for it back. That took me a very long time. We can get into that in another episode. I digress. But really, really just getting that body strong for surgery is so important. And it is really nice for me to be able to look back on and see like all the cool shit I did and how in shape I was before surgery. And yeah, so I just think like that's definitely something you want to do. Get in shape, whatever it may be, whether it be like Schroth exercises, breathing exercises, yoga and scoliosis, Pilates for scoliosis. Just make sure, the only thing that I would change, like make sure that you're working out with your scoliosis in mind, because I definitely wasn't. I don't know if I've talked about this. I think I have on previous episodes. I just found out about so many things in the scoliosis community because of starting this platform and really giving it the attention it deserves, like when I started in October. But so there's a lot of that. So, and you can do that with CrossFit. You can make sure that you're in your corrective exercise before you start movements and things like that. So we can also, I can get into that in another episode as well. But for this one, I'm sorry, I'm digressing. I kind of just want to tell you guys like what to do, how to get prepared, and things like that for this episode. So, yeah. Next thing I want to talk about um, is kind of your hospital bag, like what to bring to the hospital. And one thing that really stuck out to me that my mom was so amazing about is when you're in the hospital. I was in the hospital for about a week after my spinal fusion surgery, and you couldn't bathe. And I wasn't able to bathe for I think like 2.5 weeks because I went home with 2 drains. Um, so if we don't know what drains are, let me explain that. So I guess like the best way I could put is it's like this little plastic balloon thing that is that comes out of you. I don't know if this is going to sound right. So I'm so sorry if it doesn't, but drains collect fluid, excess fluid after surgery. So that's pretty much what a drain is. They're usually clear and I like to say they look like little grenades, depending on the type that they are. But I went home with 2 of those because I was still draining a bunch of fluid when I left. And so I definitely wasn't able to shower. And I know even if you go home without drains, you're also just recommended to stay out of the water for quite a few weeks. And I don't know about you, but I got a huge coif on my head, like lots of fucking hair. And it's not real. It takes a while for my fucking hair to get nasty. But let me tell you, like surgery hair, hospital hair, ugh, like just ew. Personally, for me, I'm not saying we're all ill, but like for me, I just wasn't feeling cute. I feel like I should have thought about things. I was so focused on like the surgery itself. And I feel like I want to help all of you by mentally preparing for your hospital trip. So, hospital bag, one thing I recommend is Medcosa. So, this is a fucking hair cap that goes on and it washes your hair when you start to like, so you put all your hair in the hair cap, kind of like you would a shower cap, and then you start to like rub the cap and it actually like emulsifies and it bubbles and all that, and you get to wash your hair without going in the shower or any of that shit. So yes, I sound very excited because my mom fucking found these for me, ordered them, and she really, really like saved the day with these when I was just like itchy and really, really, really struggling and just wanting to feel like a fucking human being again, wanting to feel like a lady again and feel like not dirty. And it was so nice. I was able to wash my hair. So Medcosa hair caps, absolutely fucking amazing. Another thing that you definitely want to bring in your hospital. Well, actually, before I go into that, one tip that I have while you're in the hospital, and I know it's going to be hard to think of because like because of just getting out of surgery, but if you could think of this, I promise you it will help you out in the long run. Get your call bell somewhere like wrapped around something so it absolutely will not fall. Because that was terrible. That happened to me. My call bell fell. I couldn't get to my nurse, and because my voice was so sore from being laid flat, my face was face down for like 8.5 hours during the surgery. Also, intubated, things like that. You're under anesthesia, all that stuff. So very sore. Couldn't call for help. Couldn't, like, my mom was passed out. She was absolutely so tired. So definitely, please, please, please talk to people beforehand. Talk to your team. Make sure that call bell is somewhere like I know sometimes you can like wrap it through like the bed. Just keep it somewhere where it's not going to fall, where you know that you'll have it, because I promise you, you don't want to be in pain laying down and unable to move, because you're going to need help to move, especially that first week in the hospital. So that's my little tidbit on that before we get more into what to bring to the hospital, because that was just an experience that I don't want any of my other um, Scully friends and spinal fusion friends to go through. So, all right. So, next, what else to bring with you in your hospital bag, right? So, this next one is big for me. I know it's on New York fucking Fashion Week, but I wanted to have nice gowns to have during the week. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, you just want to be comfortable. So I definitely just want to say, don't pack things that you're going to have to lift over your head. Don't pack things that are going to be hard for you to get on and off your body. Um, so most likely you'll be in that hospital gown all week, but like I'm talking about thinking about what you're wearing when you go home after surgery, leaving the hospital. So I definitely recommend nightgowns without a back. So an open back. That way you're covered. Nightgowns are flowy. They're easy to get on and off. And then of course, you're I didn't want my incision site, like the surgical site, um, to be like rubbed on by clothing. So I really, really I think we went to Target for them. I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. My surgery was 7.5 years ago, and I don't have like exact product recommendations for this. So I apologize for that. But just like comfortable material, avoid like itchy material. I don't think I wore cotton at all. I think we went with like silky, just nice texture things on your skin. So definitely get some nightgowns with no back, open backs. That's awesome. And then also get some robes. You're not gonna want to get dressed. So robes are fucking awesome because you just put them around yourself and you give it a little good tie in the front. There's no like extraneous exercise, because I promise you, at least for me, everything felt like extraneous exercise for quite a bit. So nightgowns, robes, avoid t-shirts or tight clothing. Um, this is something I wish I brought. I know the hospital has these, but if you could find more attractive non-slip socks, I feel like, hey, I don't know, man. I'd like to think like if you feel good, you look good. Like say like you're sick one day, you're not feeling well, but you know you got shit to get done. So you do your hair, you put on a nice outfit, whatever, to like get you through that day. You feel a little better. So non-slip socks that aren't fucking disgustingly yellow and ugly, I feel like that could have been something that made me happy, and I wish I brought, because I don't know. I don't know if it's because I worked in the hospital. I hate those socks. Next thing that I want you guys to think of is that car ride home from the hospital, right? That car ride home, depending on where you live, can be bumpy. You guys heard in my season 1, I told you guys about that time when my mom and I were driving me home for my spinal fusion surgery and how bumpy the roads were. It was in so much pain, and I think me and my mom maybe had like one pillow. Like I feel like we didn't think about that long enough. So I want to say be prepared for your car ride home. Have like a comfy thing to sit on. Make sure you have extra pillow for your back. Like, make it a nice setup, because I don't know how far you're going to be from your hospital for surgery day, but when you go home, it may not be the smoothest ride on the road. So you just want to be comfortable and make sure that your back feels, protected and good while you are on your way home. Because that is important. Next thing, I feel like it's really, really important on top of the Medcosa haircut is just all your toiletries. I don't think I use them much. I don't know, but I feel like these are left behind. So just, bring your toothbrush. Like, some people bring a hairbrush or a comb, um, and baby wipes. Thank you. I was like, there is something else. Baby wipes are so helpful because you can't shower. And you guys know how I feel. I told you about the Medcosa haircuts. You definitely want baby wipes. That way, after surgery, especially like day 4, day 5 in the hospital, like, you're starting to get in the move of things. And it's nice to just be able to, smell good and not smell like, I don't know, feel like I smelled like a fucking onion. Like, I felt like that SpongeBob episode where he's crying because he thinks everyone thinks he's ugly, but really he just smells. So that's how I felt. So baby wipes can help that. And yeah, the next thing, I feel like, bring the things that are comfortable for you or that are going to bring you comfort. One thing my friend fucking Katie brought me that I absolutely fucking love for my hospital stay was coloring books, guys. Coloring books, holy shit. I didn't realize how therapeutic coloring was. And I may not have used it a lot in the days at, like, that first week. Those first 2 weeks for me were really, really rough. But once I got out of that rough stage, I was really able to enjoy coloring. And it really, like, helped me calm my mind and not think about my body, because I think we become on high alert after surgery. You become very noticeable to the things that are happening in your body. You're going to become very more in tuned with your body, I would say, after this, because you're paying such close attention to it. So that really helped to ease my mind, de-stress my mind, and not really think about it. Another thing post-surgery that was so fucking helpful, my mom ordered a chair, and this was not like any other chair. This chair literally, once it was remote operated to come up and bend forward. So, like, it was all the way up, tilting forward. So I wouldn't have to, like, sit all the way down. Like it wasn't low. So that is something if you can, I would definitely do it. I think it was actually covered by insurance as well, which is really fucking awesome. So I definitely recommend a chair, because anything that you can get that's going to be less of a strain on your body is just the way to go. So I definitely recommend a chair. I might have to ask my mom where she found that. So I'm going to ask mom, and I will get back to you guys on that. And then another thing I want you all to think about post-surgery is sneezing. I know I talk about this a little, but I don't think I ever gave you guys a tip and what helped me. My mom actually taught me this, but if you feel like you're going to sneeze and you have enough time, keep a pillow by you, because it's very less painful to sneeze when you're holding a pillow. I did not sneeze the first time with a pillow, and it was very painful. I still don't like sneezing. It's not my favorite thing to do, but pillow, hugging a pillow while that happens is fucking awesome. So whether you have like a squishmallow one, that would be fucking cool. I wish I had one of those 7.5 years ago because that would be fucking awesome. But definitely recommend like a cute, fun pillow to have with you in the hospital just in case, you do sneeze, and definitely have one just have a homey pillow that's with you at all times. That's my advice. Um, Excuse me, took a sip of my coffee. Another thing is if you are someone who likes books and things like that. I know I said coloring books, but books are fucking awesome to have. A Kindle in the hospital. And depending on your surgery, I'm not sure you will use these things, but everyone's recovery is different. So I'm hoping yours is, more easy breezy and smooth. So definitely think of things that you want to bring. Um, Another thing I would say is maybe bring some snacks that are going to give you protein, but like you also enjoy. Because I did not think of this, and ew, I wish I did. Because they give you Ensure, and because like they don't want you eating like seriously like complex things, I guess, like after surgery. Like you want to eat, but this should be on the lighter side. So I was having Ensure, which is like that. Usually comes in like chocolate or vanilla, and it's just a drink. You see it a lot, like in nursing homes, and I'm sure other people drink this. It's very good for you, but it tastes nasty, and I didn't like it. I got quite sick from it a few times in the hospital. So I really wish I just brought some snacks that I knew were gonna that I knew I was gonna be able to hold down, and that were gonna get my protein in. So definitely think of a few things that would be helpful for you guys. Another thing that I cannot stress enough is the reacher grabber. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I call it a pooper scooper. And it's the little thing with the handle, and you click it and you can pick stuff up without having to bend over. Love that fucking thing. Definitely get that. Whether you want to bring that with you, maybe I should have brought that with me to the hospital. Then I could have picked up my call bell. But definitely bring that, or definitely have it for you when you get home. Just anything you can think of that's going to bring you a little bit more independence, because, you're not going to be very independent for quite the first few weeks. So you just want to, I guess you can't bring that. Well, you can bring the reacher grabber, the pooper scooper with you to the hospital. Definitely have it at home. But something I want you guys to just take a minute to think on is that you're going to need help after this surgery. You're going to be asking for help for some of the most simplest tasks. And that is okay. You will not be like this forever. Don't let it get you down. I am fully mobile and independent these days. So please, please, please know that this is all temporary and that you can get through this. You were strong enough for this. You were given these cards and this story because you're strong enough to deal them, and you're strong enough to walk this story of life. So I want to really put it out there to just try and be okay with asking for help. Don't overdo it. Take time your body needs to rest and recover. And on the hard days, just know that you're not alone. You can reach out to me. I'm here. I'm always here for anyone who needs support and a friend during these times. So please, 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 I'm your friend. And yeah, I think I covered mostly everything I wanted to. I'm sure there's like something I maybe missed, but overall, spinal fusion surgery is a life-changing experience. But the more that you prepare mentally and physically. You will be able to get through this. You will see the other side. I promise you, it gets better. Spinal fusion truly, truly, like the pain I felt before surgery is nothing compared to, yeah, I have bad days now, but it's nothing compared to the pain I was in prior to spinal fusion surgery. So I hope this episode was helpful to you all. I want to start making more content tailored to us peoples with spinal fusion, and just giving back to my community, sharing good information and tips. And that's my goal. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I love you. I wish you all the best on your own twisted journey. And if you need anything, please, please, please reach out to me at twistedwanderer418@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram. I updated my handle. It is The Twisted Wanderer now. There is no underscore anymore. I'm so happy. Whoop, whoop. So, The Twisted Wanderer on Instagram. twistedwanderer418@gmail.com. I'm also on Threads, The Twisted Wanderer. And of course, I have my YouTube channel, The Twisted Wanderer. I want to start making videos on like some of my favorite stretches. So I'm going to start doing that for you guys. And yeah, I cannot wait to talk to you guys in the next episode. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.